Ain't you sick of giving me your money?
Oh, it's. Oh. I know he didn't do it, baby.
Hold on a second. Whoa. Where you going?
No, I'm about to go make these drop balls.
Yo, what's up, people? Welcome to the Backstage Pass. It's Bradley DLO Thomas. By day, I do marketing. At night, I'm an MC producer, and I'm going to pass the microphone.
Hey, what's up? This is Opal Lisa. I'm a poet and MC by passion. By day, I am a director of multicultural business strategy in the financial industry.
What's going on? It's Corey Dashed Up Whitmore. By day right now, I'm doing podcasts. By night right now, I'm doing podcasts. But I'm affiliated with Media 22. Y'all know.
Yeah, that brother. Stay hard at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so today, it's going to be, we call it the Backstage Pass. We wanted to talk about some applications that could either be on your phone, whether you with, the Apple team, right, the good team, or the Android. We still love you, Corey. We love you. We love all our Android listeners. I'm just talking crazy. We like to have fun on the podcast. But yeah, we want to talk about applications that either have been talked about in other episodes. We're also going to talk about cryptocurrency later on for those that are interested in different applications on the phone or on the Android, iPhone or Android. So, I mean, I can go first, or if someone else wants to kind of, share their phone. But one of the first applications that I think people should get is Robinhood, honestly. Because you can do, you can get regular stocks, you can buy bundles of stocks all at the same time. I wouldn't buy cryptocurrency there. We'll go into that a little bit later.
Right.
But yeah, it's very easy. It's very user friendly, very easy to use. If you're a little bit more advanced, you want to get more advanced. Another stocks focused app is called Ameritrade. So there you can buy all kind of stuff there. So if you want stocks, you can get it there. If you want to get a Roth IRA, you can get it there. If you want to trade Forex, foreign exchange money, you can do all that stuff with that application. But I would say it's more for an advanced user. So I was on it for a little bit. I wasn't that advanced. I'm good at reading and understanding, but doing all that stuff is a whole nother task. Yeah. I like those two apps.
How are you using daily? How are you using Robinhood? Like, how's that interwoven into your daily life? Like, how are you personally interfacing with Robinhood?
So what I do, I have mine set up to buy some EFTs from a company called Vanguard Investment Company. And what it is, it's just a bundle of a whole bunch of stocks all at the same time. So if you're not really familiar with stocks and you don't know how to pick the right one, what I do is every time I get paid, I have it automated to take out a certain percentage, and it automatically gets invested. And then I can see it on my phone. It tells me when it transfers from the bank. It's very personable, and it's not intimidating. So I know where my money is going to be and when it's going to be there. So that's why I use Robinhood.
One more. I'll give you one more follow-up question because everybody wants to know, how can I get my money back?
Right.
How does it work if you want to get your money back?
I'll be real with y'all. Here's the deal. Since I've seen I don't know if y'all was watching like everything with GameStop, and there was a point where they were like, "No, you can't buy any stocks," because all these people were using social media to all come together. I think they were using like Reddit or some other social media platform. They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna buy this stock and overinflate it." So at that time, you couldn't buy any stocks. So they changed the rules where it's like, let's say you put your money in on Monday, and let's say you make a nice profit, whatever, and you want to sell it quickly.
Yeah.
And get your money back. It'll probably take you about 3 days to get that done. 3 business days. So if you do it on a Friday, Saturday ain't a business day.
Right.
Yeah.
Sunday ain't a business day.
That's the Lord's
Today
day.
is a business day. Right. So don't sell your stuff. I don't like to sell my stuff on Friday. I mean, I don't like to sell it at all because I'm holding a return.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I would say about that app.
Okay.
Nice. And did you ease into it? Like, were you like because you've had it for a while, right? So when you first started it, however many years or so ago, was it just a little bit of money and then you kind of built up, or how did that look for you?
It was a little bit of money. And then eventually, anytime I had like some extra disposable income, I would just throw it in there. So if I sold a beat, if I designed a website for somebody, if I did any type of side hustle, whatever it was, I just took extra money and put it in there when I could, or if I just didn't spend my money that I had in my budget, y'all don't know about budget. Talk to April Smith. She kind of breaks that down. Episode one.
That's good. So I like that piece about the side hustle, right? Because we're working artists, right? So I'm the same way, and for me, it's like practical, but it's also like it's a little bit of spiritual, universal, like, let it flow, right? So I do the same thing. I do two things when I get money for performance or for art. I buy my daughter and myself a meal, because mentally I'm telling myself I could feed me and my child off of my art, right? And then the other thing I do is now that I'm able to, that will be what I invest, either investing into, it's always been like, even back in the day, like more material or studio time or equipment. But now I do a similar thing to you where I will put that up because it means something. I think that's really cool for a lot of our listeners who have the same type of feel, same type of thing going on. It's a good place to put it.
That's an excellent point.
So what's your app of choice, Opal?
Yeah, I'm an Acorns. I'm an Acorns person. Okay. So I do have a stash, but don't use it much. I need to use it more because I really like what you'll get into, Corey, like the Nike choices and the stuff like that. I like that. But yeah, I use Acorns and really because a colleague of mine who's like really frugal but just smart with money and somebody who I do trust, he said that that was kind of a good one because I was kind of asking. I know that he's like on a different level, so he's doing all type of investments, be it from real estate to everything else, playing with some of the big folks out there. But he was also talking about what he got kind of his wife started on, and Acorns was the place that he went and kind of tested it out with her. So I was kind of like, okay, I trust this person. And for me, it was I think it was a bonus time actually, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit. I started with, I think the minimum entry for it is like $5, but I think I did, which was a decent amount to be, and a lot to be at the time to risk, but I think I did like $300, right? And I'm just like, I'm gonna see this, and that's what I did. I put it and I let it ride, and I watched it because I was like starting to learn. I think this was like, I don't know, probably 4 years ago when I first started, and just kind of looked at it, and then I got into I do the roundups, right? So starting just having a small amount that comes out kind of with every paycheck that goes in there. Or that's the recurring ones. And then I also do the roundup. So if I pay for something with my debit card that's attached to my bank and it's $4.50, it's going to take that other 50 cents that would round it up to $5 and put that 50 cents in there for me. And that stuff kind of adds up when you start to really look at it, if you're like me and you go to the store way too dang much. So it does add up. And thinking about, like, I haven't not taken anything out, but kind of thinking about it for, like, how we're going to talk about it on this episode. I went to see, and the cool thing about it was there's a lot of financial literacy in the app, right? So I go in there to see, I want to take it out. And then it's like, first, like, hey, it kind of course, it doesn't want you taking money out, right? But it gives you reasons why. It says, hey, do you know that the stock market goes up and down? And really waiting on it will take a little bit longer. And it kind of gives you a little bit of education on some of that compound interest stuff that Dominic Johnson came and talked to us about, and a lot of different things in there to kind of tell you why you wouldn't need to take it out. But if you do, it gave me kind of that same expectation of like the 3 to 5 business days that it would take, and then it would be put into that same account that it's been taking money out of for me.
That's cool. So with Acorns, I know there's I had an account at one time, but I think I got confused on how to use it right. Do you use I know there's 3 levels to the plan, right? There's a free level, and then there's like a premium one, and then there's like another one that's like investor premium. Is there a level that you would recommend people start off with?
Yeah, I think I started off with the most basic thing, and then I think I'm like at the mid level now that I have on it, and then that makes me though think of like I also wanted to talk about like the risk level. So I also changed with that. Like when I first went in, it was like super conservative. I was like, I don't want you taking none of my $300. I want to make money. And then over time, I eased up and I was like, well, I'm not going to make too much if I kind of leave it there. So then I'm like at the kind of the moderate risk right now, which has been really cool to like, and I do watch it a lot. So I probably go in there every day just to kind of look and like, you know, still learning and looking at things. But yeah, I definitely go in there every day to kind of see. And it has been very positive. I will say that over these past 4 years, very positive for me. So great experience. I would definitely recommend it to folks. But I think with any like investing, like they'll say in there too, like it has to be something you're okay with losing, right? And then to the point of it will take time to get out. Like don't put your rent money in there. Don't do that. There should be something that you can have in excess. And it also really talks about like inflation. Like we're hearing about inflation all over the news. It's highest that it has been in 40 years. And you really can't put something in a savings account and have it be worth what it was when you put it in there. So you almost have to invest. And I think that like for me, Acorns is an easy place to do it that I trust and kind of feel confident with it.
That's real. That's real.
So man, so I guess we all have different preferences for apps. My preference has been Stash. So I don't know why Stash over the other ones. I don't even know how I got started, but I probably got started about 4 years ago with Stash. And you know, like I am about most things, I was skeptical. So, you know, I tippy-toed my way in and just put in a little $30, and then just like, okay, you can do an auto pull. So I had to do an auto pull for $5 within the first year, and from there I've been escalating the auto pulls for my account. So after I got in there and got familiar with it, much like what you said with Acorns, there's a lot of educational things to reference in there. Like they'd have articles and they'd point you into different things and talk about the importance of diversification and things of that sort. So, you know, if you read certain things, like you get points and things like that, it would add, if you were educating yourself, it would like add up points. And then it has like a little meter to say, hey, you know, how diverse is your portfolio right now? So, you know, I thought that was, you know, I really liked that. It eased me in to be able to feel comfortable to put more into it with those educational components. So I really like that about Stash. Right now, really the way I'm utilizing it is I'm utilizing it in 2 ways. One, I'm making investments in the market. So much like you've already heard, you can get ETFs of nice bundles of different companies. I found it really easy to be able to look at the history of the stock on there. Like the way they have it put together and broken down is really easy for me to access the 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 5 year in their graphs for everything that comes up. You know, when you get in there, it breaks down how much of this ETF goes to which company and things like that. It gives you a little thing to read on it if you want. So, you know, they have a lot of good things in there for you to become more knowledgeable about the moves you're making. So right now, weekly, you know, I'm making an investment in, there's actually some specific ETFs that are going direct. So part of the money I invest in weekly goes to specific ETFs, which are more moderate. And then I have money that just goes into the account. And then I personally go in there, look at the trends and look at how things are moving, and then I'll take that money and specifically put it in places.
Nice.
So that's where I get a little bit more aggressive, and the stuff that's being auto pulled is the stuff that's more moderate, a little bit conservative. So I have that base, but then the other money that goes in, I get aggressive with, and I look at different things. I look at trends and say, I think this is where it's going. I'm also pulling money into the IRA aspect of Stash. So Stash will allow you to set up an IRA, whether traditional or
Roth.
Roth.
or Roth. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So it has that aspect. Right now, I owe some taxes. I'm gonna be honest. So I've been putting in traditional, even though I'd rather put it in the Roth. And for those that were here with Dominic and who talked, really broke down the IRA stuff and did an amazing job to do it. That the traditionals allow me to take off some of my tax burden on the front end. I'm gonna have to pay taxes on the back end, but it's saving me here on the front end. That's the only reason why I'm going that way. I'm hoping to transition to Roth very soon.
Nice. Shout out to Dominic Johnson, episode 5 on retirement. Yes.
So much. But those are the kind of the two ways in which I'm splitting up my auto pull from my account. To kind of really take care of two aspects financially that are going on, making sure my money's making money for me on one end, but also because of where I'm at with my business, and my wife has business and things and the tax implications with some of those things we're trying to work through. I love that I have the ability to look at putting into a Roth, every year as well, or traditional IRA every year. So I really enjoyed it. I really like it. They even have something called stash parties now, where they try to give you like some free some free stocks and some stuff. I don't think any of them have done that well. I see why they gave them away for free, but it's been cool, and it's the same thing as far as withdrawals. The same 3 to 5 business days, which just seems to be the standard across the board or whatever. I unfortunately I've had to pull some things for getting into this new space that I'm at, and not having everything that I was hoping to have by a certain time. I had to pull some things, but it was pretty seamless. Pretty seamless. So
cool.
But I think that's an important piece of it, Corey, like being able to pull right for when you need it, because I feel like when those things come out automatically and you are building, you're saving in a different way, right? That's also building, and then being able to have that, and then think about how much money you would have lost if you had to take out a loan to cover that, right? And then pay some interest on it. And if you need need a loan in 3 to 5 business days, we all know that usually costs you more money. Right. Versus because otherwise you're gonna wait at least 7 to 10 if you're looking for a decent amount. So that's really cool. And I like the hands-on piece. That's why I want to get into Stash. That's why I'm curious. So are you one of those people who does invest in like what you buy? Or are you strictly going on looking in trends and kind of what you're reading?
I do both. Like I made the boys invest in Funkos because they be buying all the Funkos. We just came from Comic-Con last weekend and got some Funkos. I'm like, y'all better own some stock in it. So like we'll do stuff that we own, but also looking at trends, what's happening, also try to do that as well. So it's a combination of both.
Nice. So before we go into crypto, because I know folks want to hear, and I always have my ears out when DLO starts talking about crypto too. But the kids piece, do any of y'all's kids? Because in Acorns, and I'm gonna set it up, they have something that says I can start for my daughter and have her doing it. Do any of y'all's kids have part of that app and are doing some stuff?
I use an app called I'm glad you brought this up too, because Corey, you just sparked my mind. There's an app called Greenlight that I use. So what it does is you can put money into it as the parent, and then you can set up an account for your child. You can control how much you pay them. You can set it where when you do pay them, it'll automatically put some into savings, put some into like their spending account, and put some into like an investment.
Oh, nice.
So with my daughter, for example, she loves Disney World. She's like, oh, I love Disney World. And she loves the Disney Plus channel. And, she loves all the movies. And I'm like, well, you can own Disney. She was like, what? I'll never be able to own. I'm like, yeah, you can own Disney. We about to go do it right now. I'm gonna show you how. So you can download it on their app if they have their own phone, and show them. Like I showed her how to download and buy the actual Disney piece of it. Even if she had like $5, I'm like, look, I said, if you hold this for a long period of time, if you get in the habit of doing this, it's going to be a very, very good habit. So green light, there is a cost to it, but I think the cost is, I think it's maybe like $4 or $5 a month, but it's completely worth it because you're teaching your kid about financial, how to handle money, but how to save and invest at the same time. So I really love that app. It's called Green Light.
Nice. Yeah, I wrote that down.
We use the same app. So when they invested through Funko, it's through their Green Light accounts.
Okay.
So that's the exact same one that we're using as well.
Yeah. And you can connect it to their chores too. So you see them dishes ain't done, the laundry ain't picked up.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
All right.
Nice.
Bueno.
All right. Cryptocurrency. What do we have?
All right. So cryptocurrency, the app that I got started with in 2017. I'm sure most people know about it now. It's a public company. You can actually buy stock in it. It's called Coinbase. So just how it spells, Coin, B-A-S-E base, Coinbase. That's one place where you can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. I really like it too because I feel like the interface is really nice. Now they have a debit card out that if you did, let's say you did buy some cryptocurrency and you wanted to have access to it and you didn't want to wait for them to transfer it back to your bank, you can have a debit card now attached to that account and spend money regularly for doing regular things. Like I buy my groceries with cryptocurrency. I had to buy
that's crazy. My mind still is like, that's why I say you far ahead. And you were 2017, you were an early adopter, period. Compared to most folks. That's awesome. Sorry. I'm just still blown away when you say the groceries.
Yeah, it's crazy. The first time I did, I didn't know if it was gonna work. Like I put it in the machine, like, did they really just accept it? So yeah, it's cool too because it's almost like it's a rewards card. So if you're interested in getting cryptocurrency while just spending regular money, you can do that with this card through Coinbase. It's awesome. So it's a good place. This is where you should buy cryptocurrency. Randy Webb talked about it. I believe it's either episode 5 or 6. Crypto rules everything around me. Go back, watch that episode. He talks about it in way more depth than I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, Coinbase is a great app to have. Another one is crypto.com. So you can buy Coinbase, you can buy cryptocurrency there as well. I believe they have a program similar to Coinbase where you can have a card. It's like different tiers where you can earn back cryptocurrency when you do it. Kraken is a place where you could buy it, and Binance.USA. So those are 4 apps that you can buy cryptocurrency from. One is Coinbase. The second one is crypto.com. The next one is Kraken. It's spelled Kraken. And the next one is Binance.us. So those are 4 places where you can buy cryptocurrency that I know of. So, but if you find more, awesome. I only stick to the ones that people who are doing this all day are using, so I can trust them. And I've seen them actually, prosper, using these apps. So those are the ones that I stick to for now.
Nice. So we got hella questions. That because we just do. So you said you can have the card, right? So that's really like cash. So you can use it as you would cash. What if you wanted to get cash back? What would that process look like? Is that possible? How would that be? Would you have to sell it to someone else, or how would that look?
I've never tried to get cash back. I've just always used it as a debit card.
Yeah.
So I'll try it next time. I mean, if that'll be amazing if it does. Give me some, $20 actually back. I guess I could use my PIN number and maybe try it with an ATM. So, yep. But I haven't personally tried it though.
Okay. And so they just kind of mail you a debit card like any online bank or your regular bank would.
Yeah, they'll mail you a debit card. It's just it has Coin. It's blue. It'll have has your number on the back, all the security information. I go to any place and just spend it like it's a regular debit card.
Sweet.
Yep.
With some of the cryptocurrency apps, have they with the stock market apps, the investing apps, they've always morphed and tried to add on more features. First it was just ETFs, and then Stash allows you to then move to doing individual, companies, then did retirement, then did stuff with kids, then, try to add in all these, different things to it that you're able to do. Has the crypto apps basically really stuck to just cryptocurrency? Have they tried to pull in any other avenues as far as trying to do more things underneath that app?
Not that I've seen. The only thing that I've seen is when they're trying to start helping people stake. Now, staking is like you take a coin and you invest inside of it, and then it actually grows when it comes out. So I've heard some talks of Coinbase doing that. I've seen some actually ads on the Coinbase application. That's another thing I like about it too. Very similar to Stash and Acorns and Robinhood. It educates you on how to actually use the what cryptocurrency is. When new coins come out, they'll give you the coin by walking you through how to the usage for it. So they'll say, hey, here's the black currency coin. We need our own coin, right?
Right.
Let's go ahead and teach you how it works. You know what I'm saying? Step 1, boom, here's how you use it. Step 2, step 3, and then if you pass the little quiz, which is kind of like, what color is George Washington's white horse? Something like that. You answer the question, they'll give you cryptocurrency of that particular coin. So I remember, and then you can take that coin and change it into something else. Like you can change it into Bitcoin, or you can change it into to cash it out. So
why do I feel like Jim Jones was doing something like that? About
He probably was. Jim Jones is a hustler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that he is.
No, I thought he dropped the album. Didn't he drop an album, like a NFT album or something like that? I knew he was trying to make one. I heard on another podcast he was doing it.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Birthing your own coin, that is of interest.
That is. I don't know. I'm still like that black currency coin just kind of sounds really good. We might need to look into that for real.
They are keeping the cryptocurrency and NFT platforms separate though. There's not an app in which you could do cryptocurrency, but then also look to purchase NFTs or anything like that.
I'm not sure about that either. I mean, because the space is moving so fast.
Man,
I'm like, some things I'm just like, boom, I'll have it. I just got the money going in. I'm collecting my interest, on cryptocurrency. I'm sure there's got to be some connection between like a Coinbase and like an app called like OpenSea eventually, like where they're collaborating on something, because everybody wants to get everything in one place. People aren't trying to go around, to all these different places to get these assets. But there's two more. There's actually two more apps that I want to tell y'all about.
Okay.
One, and if y'all want to know more about this, I would say watch episode 6. Get in touch with Randy Webb. He has a system that helps people create these cryptocurrency banks. And one app that I'm going to tell you about is called Celsius. Very, very cool app. So literally what you do is you put your cryptocurrency into this app, into this program, and it actually, you gain interest on it weekly. It pays you out weekly too.
Oh, nice. That's real nice.
Super, super cool. And I've seen it. I've put money in, I've pulled money out. You just need to buy your cryptocurrency at, Coinbase and then send it over to Celsius, or you can connect it directly to your bank account too. So it's like a savings account the way I'm using it, a savings account that's constantly earning interest.
That's dope. That's real dope. So like when I got Acorns, I had to give like my social security number. What does it look like for the crypto? Because I know people ask that, like even my friends have asked that, like, okay, I want to do this. Is it legit? Because we've been taught so long, don't give your social out, don't give your social
don't do that.
All right. Yeah. But you have to invest. So is that the same thing over on Coinbase?
It is. You do have to give your information. I mean, the President Biden, he just signed an executive order for people to do more research about cryptocurrency, and they're looking into creating their own United States digital currency. So Yeah, they're definitely tracking you now. These sites, they're gonna ask you financial information. They're gonna ask you about yourself and make sure you say you are who you are.
Yeah.
The cool part about it though is there's security systems that you can set up with these accounts. You can do it with Robinhood. You can do it. I'm sure you can probably do it with Acorn and Stash. And I do it. You can do it with your email. It's called Google Authenticator. So it's like a two-step process. Anytime you want to either send money or you want to log into your account, and this Google Authenticator app, once you connect it, right, y'all can Google all this, but it's a Google Authenticator app. A new code comes up, I believe it's like every 30 seconds. So it's very hard for you to hack into a system and get the information out of that account when it's that secure.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, that's one of the things you always learn, not to give out your social security number. The other thing is you better ask who it is if they're calling on his phone before giving it to me. You better not just give me that phone. You better ask who it is first.
I got one more question, DLO, about the crypto space. So can you do the same thing like you do with Cash App? So like my friends and I are always sending money back and forth, whether we go out or we get tickets. It's just easier for one person to buy something, go to a concert, and then pay each other back. Or, here's the kids' Christmas money, stuff like that. Can you do that with the crypto piece too? Can you trade among friends, or does it always have to be like an entity type thing?
I can send you cryptocurrency as long as I know your wallet address.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because it's really about just having a digital address, digital wallet address. So, I'll send from one place on Coinbase, I'll send it over out to like, Celsius. It'll be there probably like in another, depending on traffic, maybe 15 minutes. It'll be there. But it's kind of paranoid at first, so don't be scared. I would say definitely there's a button on there that says copy the address for your wallets out there. Don't ever try to type that address in, because if you send it to the wrong address, it's just gone forever. You can get it back. Yeah. So be careful about that though.
So there's no asking for a refund like Cash App. That's good to know though. I feel like these things are what's really good to know, because I feel like, at least for me, those are the things that stop me. I'm all good with something. I'm excited about something, and then I feel like either they ask for too much information or I'm not sure about a security step. So I think it's really good that like you're sharing that type of stuff, because that's what's needed for me, at least, that reassurance.
Word, I feel you.
Man, I almost feel like Stash is outdated now. You're talking about wallet.
Johnny, get that two-step verification, put that Google Authenticator. I'm sure they got it. They got to have it for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what's up. I hope that everybody has learned something. We gave you some apps to definitely look up, some things to try. We are not financial experts. We are just talking about our own experiences, but hopefully you can learn from our experiences and things that we've done. But you can see that there's so many options out there to get involved in some way, shape, or form. And there's no necessarily barrier to entrance as far as how much money. Now, if you don't want to give away that information, that's on you. but you can get in for $2, $3, $5, $50, 500, whatever it is, wherever you feel comfortable. But there's no time like the present, as Bradley always says, to make your money work for you. So do we have some book recommendations for folks too? We always want to share that knowledge and put them up on a new book. What do you guys got?
Yeah, for me, I will say the book that just really changed my mindset to where I even got to the place where I had a little bit of extra to think about investing and doing stuff was You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. And then she also has a sequel to that called You're a Badass at Making Money, because that book is like more about mindset for everything, right? Your life, your dreams, your lifestyle, your health, all of that. But so many people said that piece on money changed my life, and it did for me too. So then she wrote kind of that second book that You're a Badass about, You're a Badass at Making Money. So yeah, for me, it was very much a mindset. We've talked about, our struggles and trials that we've been through, and that can really mess with your head. And you get this scarcity mindset that can no longer serve you. And to be able to grow, I think you need, whether it's talking to somebody, seeing something, or for me, reading something like that has been big. So yeah, that's the book I'll say that got me on this journey that I'm continuing on.
Cool.
That's what's up. Bradley, you got one?
Yeah, I got a couple of them that well, one of them is called The Psychology of Money, and it's really about that. Like, what's your relationship with money, and pointing out things like a lot of people are they might buy these things and buy these cars and all these things because in deep down inside they want to be looked upon as important, right? Well, what we fail to see is that they're not looking at you, they're looking at the car. They're not admired by you.
That part.
They're admired by your clothes and all the things that are on you, but you no. So why do you do this? Are you doing this to impress other people, or are you doing this to try to actually help other people and be more resourceful, financially? So that book really goes deep into that and really kind of connects a lot of the commonalities that a lot of people think about money that we probably didn't even know that we shared. So I really like that book. And then another one that I'm rereading for the third time is called Can't Hurt Me. And that's just like getting past, is by David Goggins. He went through a crazy life. I don't want to talk, say his whole book. I would say definitely download that. But he just goes to tell you, like, motivation is crap. It's all about having the consistency and having that drive. And, most people are only performing at 40% of their ability right now, whether they want to do that or not. And tapping in to the extra part of you is crucial to really reaching the potential of why you were here on this planet. So it's a really good book.
That's what's up, man. I gotta read that book. I feel like I'm only operating at 34% right now. I think there's so much I got to give, brother.
You be going, Corey. You be going.
Man, so a book I really enjoyed, I found on Audible or whatever, also where you can find the Black Currency podcast, is called The Outsiders. So this book was basically, it took 8 unconventional CEOs and basically talked about how they built up, their company and some of their philosophies and some of their strategies that people kind of looked at was outside the box. So like for me, being an entrepreneur, I'm always looking for different strategies, different ways of doing things that aren't always the same traditional way. What can I take from that blueprint, and that blueprint? So it was really dope. I learned a lot, and it really just changed my perspective on how to grow a company, how to market a company, how to really establish yourself. So called The Outsiders. I would definitely recommend that for especially for my entrepreneurs out there that are looking to feed themselves.
Nice. I'm gonna check that out because I learn best, I think, when someone shares their story and as an example. I feel like that's what stays with me to learn those lessons. So that sounds really dope. I have to check that out. I can't believe it. It's just us, and I've been taking notes all episode already.
Me too.
I got a page full.
Right.
So we deem this be what is it? Backstage. I like that.
It felt right when I was like, man, this is kind of like,
I love it.
Like after the show or right before the show where you kind of hanging out. Maybe you got a few drinks or you got some food or whatever, you just hanging out with your peoples. I feel like we're in the backstage right now because we don't necessarily have a guest, but we are each other's guests. We just kind of like in a cipher right now. Right. So it felt like a backstage.
Yeah, but, and if people only knew after the show, we have some good chats. We're always like, we should have let that record going. Right. We always have some good chats after the thing.
Always. At
least 5 times. I'm like, we could have had a whole episode if we would have just hit record.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in for the backstage version of Black Currency Podcast. You guys already know you can always find these videos at myradio22.com/Black Currency Podcast. You can find the audio, find the video there. We're at YouTube/Radio22. Hit up that link tree though. That link tree got the connection to everything.
Everything.
Everything. So make sure to check that out. Man, we appreciate everybody, following us and subscribing and tuning in once again. I hope you guys found value in this. I know I did. I learned that I got some work to do.
Same. I definitely get my daughter on that green light though. I'm behind, man. I got to get her up on that.
Right. Man, so we appreciate everybody tuning in. Yo, we'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Peace.
Ain't you sick of giving me your money?
Oh, I know he didn't do it, baby.
Whoa, where you going?
No, I'm about to go make these trouble.